everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm reviewing Orphan First Kill, which comes out next week on Paramount Plus and in theaters. Orphan First Kill is a prequel to the 2009 film Orphan, and once again follows Esther, who after orchestrating a brilliant escape from an Estonian psychiatric facility, travels to America by impersonating the missing daughter of a wealthy family. Before the video keeps going, I should mention this video will contain spoilers for the original Orphan, but not the new 2022 movie. The original Orphan has an iconic twist ending that I couldn't just not discuss in today's review, so if you haven't seen the original Orphan, be warned, spoilers are ahead. That original Orphan film was directed by Jaume Collet-Serra, who has a long track record of success as a director. Besides Orphan, Jaume has directed some really enjoyable horror flicks, including The Shallows and House of Wax. Jaume has also somehow directed pretty much every single recent Liam Neeson action movie that came out after Taken. He directed Unknown, Non-Stop, Run All Night, The Commuter, and Jaume is not just BFFs with Piss Pants Liam Neeson, as his last two movies have been with The Rock, directing Disney's Jungle Cruise and the upcoming Black Adam movie. With the original Orphan director busy being involved in a Liam Neeson-Dwayne Johnson love triangle, this new Orphan film had to find itself a new director, William Brent Bell. Compared to Jaume, Brent Bell's IMDb credits are much less impressive. They include Separation, Where, The Boy 2, and The Devil Inside. Brent Bell has not only directed some bad movies, but he has directed some of the worst horror movies of the 2010s. The Boy 2 is without a doubt one of the worst movies I have seen in the last decade. Hell, it may be one of the worst movies I have ever seen, and I am far from alone in feeling this way. The critical score of Brent Bell's movies on Rotten Tomatoes are 10%, 6%, 30%, 11%, and 7%. For all you non-math majors, that is an average critic score of 12%. 12 motherfucking percent. That is unheard of. That is unfathomably low. Even UA Boll has a higher average critic score than that. And one of his movies has a 1% score, for God's sake. Why studios keep letting Brent Bell helm major horror movies is honestly just beyond me. Beyond my dislike for William Brent Bell's films, I was also pretty hesitant about this new Orphan movie due to the original film's twist ending. In the original Orphan, the essential story is that the main character Esther is an orphan, she is adopted by a new family, she commits a series of hijinks including a few murders, the adoptive mother begins to suspect Esther isn't who she claims to be, and it is revealed 9-year-old Esther is actually a 33-year-old Estonian woman named Lena with a rare hormonal disorder that makes her look like a child. After the shocking revelation, the two have a big fight, and the adoptive mother donkey kicks Esther into a lake to drown. When main actress Elizabeth Furman played 9-year-old Esther in 2009, she was in real life 12 years old. And now, Furman is 25 years old, still playing a supposed 9-year-old. Not only that, but with this being a prequel, Furman is actually supposed to be even younger than she was in the 2009 film, when again, she looked like this. And again, she now looks like this. So, I was extremely curious just how this movie would even work. Going in, the main question I had was, could they really make Furman look like a convincing 9-year-old? And the answer is no. A hard no. A firm no. As you can tell from just the trailer, Furman looks completely ridiculous. For the first 30 or 40 minutes of the movie, her playing a child was extremely distracting and honestly straight up comedic. When Esther meets her family for the first time, I legitimately laughed out loud. The cuts between Esther's genuine 9-year-old body double and the 25-year-old Isabel Furman on her knees is comedy gold. I don't care how much forced perspective and VFX touch-ups you use, there was no way in hell this was ever gonna work. It looks like a YouTube comedy sketch. In the original, having a child actor added to the movie, there was a certain charm having a genuine child delivering these sick, twisted lines and watching her commit heinous acts. Seeing a real kid do these awful things was unnatural and unnerving. However, now watching a full-blown adult trying to pull off the same shtick just doesn't have the same impact. It is unsettling for all the wrong reasons. Looks aside, because I guess at a certain point you do get somewhat used to it, Orphan First Kill is still unwatchable. The dialogue is abysmal. It is so damn clunky. Why show anything when you can simply tell the audience how every single character is feeling and thinking at any given moment? Every piece of exposition is just dumped on our head. This movie has no patience. Nothing is handled with even a smidge of subtlety. The first 15 minutes of this movie were admittedly somewhat alright. It's a pretty standard opening, Esther's daily life living in the asylum, and her inevitable escape. There were some genuinely interesting moments, and one fantastic shot with the lights flickering. I enjoyed watching Esther/Lena interact with people in a different environment. But as for the rest of the film, it's just the same plot as the first movie, done again but worse. It's less engaging, less impactful, and without the first movie's fun twist ending. We watch a lot of similar scenes of Esther being weird and people being suspicious. Orphan First Kill doesn't have one standout scene, one signature kill, one interesting idea. The story fluctuates between being boring, then dumb, then back to boring, then unbelievably dumb again. Ultimately, Orphan First Kill is the worst kind of sequel. It's bland looking, the actors are just on autopilot, and it adds nothing to the original or the overall universe. There's really no reason for this to even exist, especially considering the entire conceit of the first movie is the child killer. Setting the next film a whole 13 years later and just doing the same story again is a truly baffling decision. They could have pumped out 3 or 4 fun slasher sequels while Furman was still young. I mean, it's not like they waited over a decade to find the right story to tell. This story sucked. The movie sucked. It was horrible. I would not be surprised if once people start seeing this and once the reviews start piling up, Orphan First Kill brings William Brent Bell's 12% critic average down even lower. Overall, I give Orphan First Kill a generous 2 out of 10. Anyways, those are just my thoughts on Orphan First Kill. Orphan First Kill is already playing in certain countries across the world and will be released in America on August 19th. Once you also get a chance to check out Orphan First Kill, please in the comments below let me know what you thought of it. Was I too harsh? Was I not harsh enough? Do you think at this point they should just recast the Esther character? Have a sequel where she goes to summer camp, or a crossover where she meets Chucky? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, Horror Flicks with Nick. Twice a week I post horror reviews, commentaries, and short recommendations for horror movies you should watch on Netflix and other streaming services. Thank you all for watching my review of Orphan First Kill. I'll see you all back next week for another new horror review.